I'm fading. My anatomy lately is normal sex spalding. We're talking about taxing, and we're to the point of surplus, and prosperous, and those that didn't. Because the very existence of currency, and or money, which in this case you don't have any money. Let me ask you this. Can currency accomplish surplus to prosper with? From prosperity. Is there prosperity allowed in the use of currency? When you look at what they're calling prosperity in currency use, is it? Or is it overhead? Can we look at that? What do you call prosperity in currency use? The volume of certificates? No, that's debt. That's overhead. When you own a bunch of certificates of debt, what do you have to pay? The bill. So you don't want to own them. You want to move them through. Right? So to have a bunch of these notes or value is not a wise thing, is it? Especially when it doesn't represent, let's say, surplus. Is there anywhere any of the currencies on this planet represent surplus? Where is the surplus they represent? Because they have to represent surplus or there is nothing to the currency. Surplus of everything, surplus. Stuff on the shelf, stuff in the warehouse. Tangible value adjacent to the currency. That would be valuable if there wasn't any currency for use. How much of that is there? Is it already locked in overhead though? You can't call that surplus. When you look at the stuff on the planet, it's getting written off. It's overhead. It's not surplus. You can't call it part of the value. You can't. It's already written off. It's liability. Can liability be surplus? Can surplus be liability? No. This stuff is in hock. Is there anything not in hock? Not much, if there is anything. Somebody said, I own it free and clear. Oh, do you? Or are you paying taxes on it? Or then you don't own it free and clear. You're paying taxes on it, you don't own anything free and clear, do you? Somebody else owns it with you, you're renting it. What happens if you don't pay your tax? They take it away from you, then you didn't own it. When you own something, they can't take it away from you, for any reason. If they take it away from you, you're renting it. Right? Is there anything on this planet they can't take away from you? Or you're renting everything. You're renting the currency, you're renting everything you have, renting it. When you look at how long you're in your anatomy, you ain't here long enough to mature. I'm telling you, you ain't renting it. By the time you realize what you missed, it's over. You're renting it. I rented the air. Yes, you did. You rented the air. Now, I hope you paid up with your contribution because you could face the guy that gave you all this contribution to exchange for your rental. Your feelings, your wits, your heart, your contribution, your generosity, your hand, helping, not getting anything in return. That's the payment. Did you pay up when you rented? Did you contribute all the yeses you have? Hope you didn't hide your rental fee behind the word no. Hope you didn't stingy when all you are is contribution. Hope you didn't do that when that guy wants to know, did you get rid of the contribution they gave you? And you show up with a soul full of contribution that you never let out. What happens then? Well, that's when I get on stage. That's when I really go, wow, look at that. I remember him. And you'll remember me more than this time, too. Yeah, I've been around here before. You'll remember me. All of you. All of a sudden. All the dead. All the yet to live. Everybody had. They'll all remember me. What about? They'll remember me. Remember, I told you now, too. Remember. I told you.